But if you had any parting words for the rest of the world looking at Ghana and hearing the things you've talked about, what would you say about the possibility of new changes in how the rest of the world relates to Ghana specifically and the rest of the African continent?
Well, there are many countries in the world, of course, and I would recommend people to take a specific look at Ghana for many reasons. Because of a very active young generation who is full of energy and purpose. The fact that you can start a business here, that there is an entrepreneurial spirit to this society, and it is a free democratic country. So when you look to so many countries in Asia, in the Americas, in Africa, I would recommend you to take a specific look at this beautiful country.
And there it is. That's not from me. It's from the Prime Minister himself. Thank you again for joining us in Ghana, and hopefully the next time you come,
more time.
Spend more time, and it will be a much more amazing experience for you.
Thank you so much. Great.
Thank you for joining us, Prime Minister.
It's good to be here.
We are really grateful to have you, and we know the trouble you had to go through to make all of this.
Well, I mean, sitting in these chairs and speaking with you, really
and we
appreciate
had to make it orange.
Exactly. I told the French president, orange. But here it is orange. Yeah.
So we just wanted to quickly get your views. We know this is your first time visiting Ghana. As this rather short trip, giving you any insight about what this country represents, and what has been your experience over the past few hours?
If I would have to summarize it in one word, it's energy. And there is a lot of positive energy in this country. Young people who want to get ahead, very friendly people. What I like is you see a lot of entrepreneurs, young people thinking about starting up a company, a small business, trying to find a living for themselves. So people are not waiting for the state to step in. They're taking things into their own hands. And for me, as a politician, that's what you love to see in a country. And Ghana, of course, is a democracy. There's freedom of speech, freedom of press. You have stable elections since 1992.
We had an oasis in West Africa.
Exactly. And you are. Yes.
Thank you for bringing that up. So pointing out the points about our energy and our entrepreneurship. The Dutch ministry in Ghana is actually one of the most forward thinking when it comes to engaging young entrepreneurs.
So which camera am I? This one.
We also
right?
see that there's a
anyway, I'll see it here, so.
In how.
Anyway, let's have a good time, guys. Thank you everybody for coming.
On the continent.
Yeah.
Going forward, given the insight you have about our energy and how we want to make things, change things, how does this influence?
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to another edition of Money Talks. But guess what? Today's Money Talks is not an ordinary one. We decided to go big. We decided to partner with our friends at Impact Hub because they have an exciting new thing to do. Behind us, you see, it says New Economy Booster. So that is also going to be what we're about today. We are going to double as the launch for the New Economy Booster from Impact Hub. So I'm very excited about this collaboration because, you know, for the last couple of weeks, even months, we've been having conversations with you on Money Talks and on Twitter, etc., about how startups and businesses have been faring during this crisis and during these times. So enough of the talking, it's time to really get into solutions, right? Yeah. That's why we are here. So today, as you know my style, I'm not a TV presenter. It's going to be quite informal. Wherever you are, you need to join in our conversation, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to say your questions on air. So we need your involvement in this on Twitter, Money Talks, hashtag New Economy Booster. We're going to have music as well. Walasi is going to be performing. You know I love Walasi. He's an amazing artist. And also one of my new favorite artists in Ghana. She's amazing, called Molly, is going to be performing as well. And yeah, so let's get into the business of it. But you know how these things work. When I get into the business where we know that we are launching something which people support, we have to get to our supporters. So we're going to get into speaking with one of the supporters in the New Economy Booster, one of the funding partners for Impact Hub. So we're going to get into Zoom. Where's our Zoom? Where's our Zoom? Show me the Zoom. Where's the Zoom? Okay, there we go. You see, when you have technology and you have a lot of high-tech stuff, now you're wondering what's happening. Are we on the Zoom yet? Are we on the Zoom yet? Are we on the Zoom yet? Somebody speak to me. Feel free, speak to me. This is informal. We're on Zoom. So I can go off. Wonderful. Oh, you want me to keep talking? So anyway, how's everybody feeling out there? And also for startups, entrepreneurs, and other businesses, this is an opportunity. Go to the website. There's an opportunity to really be able to get support financially and in many other ways using this program. And I'm excited to be able to be part of this launch because, like I said, enough with the talking, let's find solutions. So that's what we are here to do. And there are startups in Ghana that I know that this period must not have been easy for people, but the programs such as this are going to make sure that you swim and you do not sink, or better yet, you hop onto the yacht. So are we ready with the Zoom? You can speak to me. It's fine. It's fine. What? We're good. 2 minutes. Okay. So then, what I'm going to do is I am going to try and engage you guys over there. Can I be able to engage the people on Twitter and Instagram now? Can I see some comments? Can I see some comments? I'd love to see some comments so I interact with people now. Can I see some comments? Can I see some comments? Is that a yes or a no? Put some comments up so that we make this happen. So guys, tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the big edition of Money Talks. Shout outs to APSA. APSA is in the building, as you know. And beginning Money Talks with APSA was one of the most interesting things that we've done so far. Being able to delve into these conversations that really help to scale up what people are doing. Getting into transparent conversations. And today we're going to get into more of the transparent conversations. We have two people who are, they are bad men. That's how they say. They say they are bad guys.
All the Money Talks comments are to the left.
Okay,
So
cool.
this whole section.
Okay. So yeah, but we'll other see it on the screen as well. So I'm going to see your comments over here. But yeah, no, we're ready to get it. Okay, the Zoom is back on, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, wonderful. Can you hear me? Gerald, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, he can't hear me. He's just on. Okay, so we're going to go to him right now. Can we do that? Wonderful. Yeah. Can somebody spell my name right, please? Like, I told you this before. Like, let's not do some of these things unnecessarily. Shall I do this? Oh, can he hear? Oh, can you hear me? He can't hear me. So am I still live? What? But you should feel it's rather smoother if you speak than if I ask you and you're not saying a thing. You understand? Speak to me because I have a microphone and it's fine if you're ahead. Guys, so this is what we're going to do. Technical difficulty. So we're going to get into some music right now. We're going to get to my man, one of the most exciting people to do it from Ghana, and currently my favorites. Walasi, are you ready to play some music?
Yep, ever ready. Waska, the man and the god. Walani, what's up right there? I can't welcome everybody. Aklemola from Longomola from Tawo Bonava, Miko Gigi, what's up, Wasubo, Miko Gigi, what's up, Wasubo, Tano, mi phone, mi pojujo, mi phone, mi pojujo, no, mi phone, mi pojujo, no, no, mi phone, mi pojujo, mi phone, mi pojujo, no, mi phone, mi pojujo. Ways on low, ways on low, ways on low, ways on low. You don't win a for more. You don't win a for more. You don't win a for more. You don't win. You don't win a for more. You don't win a for more. You don't win a for more. You don't. Ways on low. Ways on low. Ways on low. Ways on low. What's going? Every day, fam, check your bullseye someday. Up that we go bullseye every day, bullseye, yeah. Onya bia mola fike mala, malafia tama boom maba fike mala, malafia hanu muno de bimi but stressed out. The kimi nanya jima chale fia mala, but daddy quit that nyaboji fi fia ma do a fia vote nyama jimo but tavo masagomo odoju ku vok madanya ku daddy no they see you I talk too drunk it's true can't even find my shoes hey. Traveling with the booze and this cruise, I can't think no more. Nothing save the ball, but she slammed the stuff, shake the dog, faking two vodka, gin, champagne, whiskey, made it too bad, and still I live it. Proud of the feeling is how I lose all my problems. With the booze every day, booze with the booze every day. That be why with the booze every day, booze with the booze every day. For how long you go booze every day? Fam, check your booze someday. But that we go booze every day, booze we go booze. Waska, Waska. Bambakaski. Yeah. The third song I can't do it because I've been told not to. So we can't do that song. Waska. Sorry, my songs are finished. Yeah.
Everybody here can clap. It's fine. It's a few So, am I good? Yeah, no. Excellent. So, big up to Walasi. You know, you like that? Yeah. Incredible. So, we are going to try to get back to Gerard on Zoom. Technology is our friend. Technology be our friend. Everybody put your hands together for technology being. You can't hear Gerard. Oh, well, we can't hear him. So, you know, the Zoom is out of the way, so we can clap for that in our heads. But, guys, so don't forget your hashtags, you know, and join in the conversation. I have TweetDeck in front of me. I've never done this before. You know how I usually do Money Talks? I'm usually just sitting there with my phone, and this is so sophisticated. It's amazing. But we're about to get into the kind of conversation we get into when we do Money Talks. We're about to talk about growth in the middle of crisis. Growth in the middle of crisis. And we have two people here, two guests with amazing stories. And I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves, and I'm going to delve into asking you questions. Introduce yourself and what you do. Feel free not to be modest. Tell the truth of what you do.
So I'm Desmond Connie. I'm the CEO of Complete Farmer. Basically, Complete Farmer is a platform that helps industries across the globe source for their agricultural raw materials here in Ghana.
Okay.
All right, so I am Amin Sule, and I am the founder of Zako. Zako literally means hot coal. It's a merger of Hausa words Zafi and then coal together. So what Zako does basically is we go around Accra, we collect the pieces of coconut people have thrown away after drinking the water and the food,
Really?
and then we convert it into charcoal, both for barbecue, for cooking, and then heating in industries, and also for the export market.
Excellent. You know, I have a coconut seller near my house, and every day I buy 20 cedis worth of coconut water.
Wow.
So that means I contribute to your business.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
I need some equity. This is my pitch for equity from you.
That guy should be my friend.
Exactly. So now we're going to get into a little bit more detail because I want people to understand the kind of work you do and why we're having this conversation.
Sure.
Before we get into the growth in the middle of a crisis.
Yeah.
So I mean Sule, or is it Sule I mean?
I mean, it's fine. Yes, I mean.
So I'll just say I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I think your business is quite interesting, and I've heard interesting things about it. How long does it take you to build the business? And basically, you have to give us an idea of the scale at which you're operating.
Okay.
Talk plainly, the kind of money you're turning over. Any of these things, we need transparency. So go ahead. Yeah.
All right. So this whole thing started for me somewhere 2012, 2013. So we are about 8 years in. So it started very modestly. So this whole idea started when I was reading LLB law, just around the Osu here. So usually I would use the Oxford Street coming for classes, and then that was when, like subconsciously, you realize on every junction in the streets or on the Oxford Street, there's somebody selling coconut. Every junction, there's somebody, like all the way from Dankwa to Papaye. On both ends, there's somebody selling coconut. So I actually don't know anything about charcoal, never done anything coconut before, but I'm super curious. I know that I'm super curious. I'm reading about rocket engines and how spaceships, like, it's my obsession, engines. So out of curiosity, I realized I was feeling something. Something was drawing me so close to these coconuts. So I would buy coconut, drink the water, and then ask the guy, what do you do with the waste?
Yeah.
So the usual answer would be, oh, we pay the aboboya, the tricycle guys, to pick it up, or sometimes we dump it by the beach. Oh, that was what really freaked me, like, wow, the beach? Okay, and how much do you even pay the coconut guys? And they'll tell you, oh, average of 15 cedis a day. Wow, so the aboboya guys are making like 15 cedis from each coconut vendor in Osu. That's a lot of money. Is there any way I can relieve these guys of that 15 cedis? So initially the idea was, okay, let me get these tricycles so I can be making that 15 cities from them because it's an opportunity. But I came to realize there were so many of them, just one tricycle couldn't save them. And I'll deal with the Osu guys. I'll go to East Legon. Where do you dump it? Far back as far as Kaswa, to see where they were dumping it. And I realized there were already existing dump sites for coconuts in all of these neighborhoods that we could even feed on for years. At the time, I had no idea what to do with it. It was just trying to make money collecting coconut from these guys. Then I think the eureka moment for me or Zako was when we went to buy Kenke in my neighborhood in North Kaneshi. And then the woman had run out of firewood, so she had piled this coconut waste there that she was using in the food for the cooking. So that was when it really hit me like, wow. So instead of firewood, which is like the raw material for charcoal, she's using coconut. Wow. Is it possible to use the same coconut for charcoal? That was basically the turning point. I knew nothing.
Do you know the name of that woman?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I now supply her charcoal.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Not charcoal, you mean charcoal.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I like that. So that was the turning point. I didn't know anything about charcoal, never burned charcoal before. But out of curiosity, I didn't know what this whole thing was going to turn out to. So I went to the north to see how these guys were making charcoal. So we'll dig some holes, go carry pieces of wood and dump it in there, burn it. By the next day, this whole thing had turned into charcoal, like some kind of magic. So all these while, for me, it wasn't really a business. Coming back to Accra from the trip, it was like, wow, so these guys go through all this trouble just to make just one bag of charcoal. They sell for 10 cedis, and these guys have not given up. And they've done this their whole lives.
I mean, and let's not forget the environmental problems that come from charcoal.
So at the time for me, it was like, if they are not making so much and they've not given up, why should I? After all, I'm becoming a lawyer soon, so I can even do this on the side. With time, I fell so much in love with this because at the time it was during vacation. I'd written my exam, so I had time. And I was a DJ then, but that was around June, so event no Shada Day. So I had time. That was when I used my time for. But when school reopened, I'd already used the fees to do all these experimentations, going around. So knowing where I lived, I couldn't have done it the way these guys in the north were doing it. So I had to get my own setup. So I started with a tomato can. We put small coconuts in there. We light it up. Once it's burning, you cover it with sun to regulate the airflow. And that's how you make charcoal. So that's how come the guys were putting it in the hose. So the tomato can worked. The next day, out of excitement, we went as far as I think what is this? Kokompe. And then we got these small barrel. We came to try with it. It worked. We used a bucket. It also worked. So now it was like everything is working. So you want to see what's next. And then we went to Abu Bloshi to get these barrels. So
Second-hand
barrels, the oil drums. So we brought it in. The first day worked very well. So now we realized, okay, this thing works, but we still have small charcoal. So next day we went and we had about 4 barrels more. So it was just something we were doing because we had time and we were enjoying it. It wasn't business at the time.
Okay, when you say we, just...
it was me, all right, but I had people that would go to the town where to go and carry these barrels. All these guys didn't even know what I was driving at. They were just like, boys, Charlie, I did pick something for you, Moku go. That kind of thing. Yeah. So basically, that is how it has been for me. And we started walking around, turned it into a business. We realized, no, we need to set ourselves apart from what everybody else was doing. Let's package our charcoal differently. I sat down myself, came up with a name. I did the first design of the logo, came up with so many,
You designed the logo.
Yeah.
You're going to law school.
Yeah.
You have decided to do a side business. And on top of that, you are on the side designing the logo.
Yeah.
Things. The startup hustle is real. But go
Exactly.
ahead.
Yeah, I designed the logo. I did a lot of these graphic things. I was the official DJ for Foresight TV then.
Wait. It keeps getting more interesting. But go ahead.
So I worked with Ignis and then all these graphic guys. So that's where I learned bits of graphic design. So I designed the logo, did the packaging. Initially, I wanted to even put it in boxes. I went to this factory in the North Kaneshi area. And all of these I couldn't even produce even up to 10 kilograms. But I was looking for boxes. I think it was just curiosity to me. So you go there and they'll tell you, no, boxes are too expensive. One box alone will cost you like 2 cedis. How much will you even sell the product for? So eventually I realized, okay, I'll put it in plastic bags. So the first ever product I did was in black poly bags. We couldn't even press it. So we went to Malcolm, bought ice cube molds. So we pressed the charcoal, the coconut charcoal in there. So it takes the shape of the cubes. That's how we're doing it. Tied in the plastic bags. In my own car, we move around, show people. Charlie, you go like use them for free.
I can imagine that's how you were pitching it too.
Yeah, for free. And there were days I'll go sit with charcoal sellers in the North Kaneshi, Fadama, Bekala Paz area, just to know how much sales they were making in a day. Is this something I really want to do? If they are making this much, versus what law would give me, what should I really go for? But I never thought this would be a business, honestly. It was something I was doing because I had time.
Yeah. So amazing. I mean, an amazing story. I mean,
I think Amin should add his charcoal. If you're wearing a white shirt in Europe, it does this thing.
yeah, I was going to ask you, how does your charcoal look like? Wait, Zaku, please.
Zaku, don't say charcoal.
So let's just say in 10 years, there's no more charcoal and there's Zaku.
Zaku.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
what does it look like?
It's pressed and like in a round form. We actually call it a pillow shape because it looks like a pillow. So basically how you see a pillow to be, it's like a smaller version of a pillow. We've grown to a point where now we can even imprint the Z on the charcoal. So if you see any small pillow shaped charcoal with a Z on it, that is charcoal.
Guys, you can't see this, but everybody here is smiling ear to ear because your story is really fascinating. I'm coming to get to you, Desmond, really quickly. But just to answer this quickly, how old is Zako now, and what level are you playing at in terms of, tell me how much is being turned over every year? Just quickly, let us know.
So Zako has been around for close to 8 years.
Yes.
We have probably one of the biggest charcoal plants in the sub-region.
Yeah.
We are turning out about 3,000 kilograms every hour of charcoal.
Wow.
We are selling about 2,000 bags a day. We've not actually done any marketing yet. We are yet to roll out. So we're doing an average of 2,000 bags a day. The target is to do 10,000 in Accra daily. So if you look at the national average, you can just get something. But my target has been to do 10,000 a day. We'll get there. We have the capacity. We're gradually going there. So we sell each bag for 5 cedis, so you can do the math. So on a daily basis, we deal with all of these charcoal vendors in Accra.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
You know one thing I like, Desmond, before let's get to you now, is that the fact that you can ad-lib his story. So that means you guys are in this together.
Yeah.
So I'm going to begin with, you can start where, you can take off where he landed, which is how long your company has been, and then tell us the story about it, so, yeah.
So Complete Farmer has been 3 years old. And it's been a hectic 3 year trying to figure. So when I finished my education, so I did production engineering, basically designing factory floors and making production systems efficient.
Yeah.
So I had nothing to do with farming, but my dad was a smallholder farmer, and for some reason I never wanted to go through that path to become a farmer. But after school and after my education, I thought to myself, it was a hypothesis we were testing then, that what if how do you build a food production system to make it as efficient as a factory to be able to churn out quality ag produce? And then I think my friend at the time suggested, why don't we build a digital agriculture value chain? Whatever that meant.
Yes, that was going to be my next question. Now you need to break this thing down for everybody watching.
Yeah.
You know?
So basically, the idea was to digitize all the processes, whatever it takes from getting food farmed to the end user, to digitize the entire process. So when we started Complete Farmer, we didn't have a product in mind. It was that hypothesis that we started with, making the food production more efficient and digitizing the value chain. So we've had like lots of pivots. So like year one, we started cultivating chili peppers, and we just started with 60 acres at the time.
With 60
acres. So
Right.
we actually had to do the farming ourselves.
Okay.
So we
Once again, you need to. I want the details, man. I need the how many of us, and where.
Yeah.
Because
So
I need it to be vivid in my mind. Because when you're saying we did it ourselves, I don't know whether you and your two brothers or.
So at the time we were 4 friends.
Okay.
We got land somewhere in the Afram Plains, close to Donkokrom. So we lived there for some months, trying to farm chili pepper, and the lessons that we learned there were quite, apart from grueling, they were quite interesting lessons on how to farm and basically understanding the entire value chain before proceeding to digitize it. So we've been in a process where our products kept evolving as we learned this lesson, and I think we've now figured out the model, and it's working. It's making money, and that's something that we want to pour more fire onto it. So currently we are producing close to 7,000 acres from the 60 acres where we started. We've been able to export 7 crops to places like China, India. We've exported to Germany and the Netherlands as well. We've been very successful in the exports markets. What we've been able to develop is for a way. So imagine you're a pharmaceutical company looking for carrots.
Yeah.
The carrots you are looking for wouldn't be the same as a hotel chain looking for carrots. Hotel chain may be interested in wholesomeness, nutrition. Pharmaceutical company may be interested in carotene levels of the carrots. So we found a way to basically grow carrots to optimize these properties. And that's the value we give to these industries, is to grow the food to their requirements. So you can think of it as recipes. You know, KFC has managed to make chicken taste the same everywhere in the world. What we are doing is to make food production.
That's not a shout-out, by the way.
So what we are trying to do is to make like quality ag produce to be easy to produce anywhere by any farmer. And yeah, it's been interesting so far. So a funny thing, just to tie this into our main story is, I was in Berlin early this year before COVID, trying to source for export markets during that time. And I saw Zacol on the shelf in one of the supermarkets there.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Are you exporting Zaku on that level? My brother.
so yeah.
My phone number is. That's okay, that's amazing. Okay,
Yeah. So,
but then we have to get into the meat of the matter.
Yeah.
Because you guys have fantastic businesses in terms of, fantastic stories of both of your businesses. They are innovative. I know you hear of them before. That one day, I just was like that kind of business. But this year happened.
yeah.
And we are talking about growth in the middle of a crisis. What was happening with you this year, and how was it interrupted, and how have you managed to navigate through it?
This year started really very challenging for us. But then I think COVID was very good for us. COVID has been a blessing because
today is full of quotables. You said COVID has been a blessing for your business.
Yeah, it's been really good. Because before COVID, we were looking for markets, and when COVID hit, demand just increased. We had orders coming in from different places across the globe. We were able to we secured a $6 million order to supply sweet potato to the Netherlands when COVID hit. We've had demands for like ginger to supply ginger to India, which has kept us busy during this COVID time. So actually during this COVID time, the team has expanded. We moved to a new office. We are currently recruiting.
Please stay wow.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
serious?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing. I mean, but did you have fear and trepidation? Were you shaking your boots when COVID hit?
Yeah, I thought it would disrupt our value chain, but I think what it did was to enable us rather build a more robust supply chain with our suppliers. And once we were able to figure that out, production was seamless for us. So currently we've started supplying those sweet potatoes to the Netherlands. We are currently negotiating new purchase orders to produce for the year, before the year runs out. So this year we are basically targeting to make close to 5 million before close of the year, $5 million US.
Yeah, I was about to ask the currency. $5 million US is your target.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
projected.
That's your projection.
Yeah,
It's not even target.
No,
So
no.
you're on course to
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
turnover of 5 million
Yeah,
at the end of
at
the
the
year.
end of the year,
So
yeah.
that means I'm guessing you have already surpassed 2 million.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Congratulations. Both your stories are quite inspiring. So then I think you should probably, based on what you've said, you should probably give people out there, other startups, I need you to give them them. So what are the two maybe lessons or things that you keep in mind for when times change and when times become difficult? And if you can also finally maybe weave into why you think something like the new economy booster is important at this moment in time, it would be amazing. Yeah.
So I'll start with why the new economic booster. So we started Complete Farmer with just $50,000. We are currently still in a fundraise, but we've been able to achieve, and most businesses in Ghana just need that spark. It's that spark to just start. And for most businesses, it's like crossing a bridge. You need that push to cross the bridge before the business starts. And I think it's fantastic what the new economic booster aims to do as well. Because I think for me in particular, I don't see Complete Farmer starting without that initial $50,000 US boost. Basically, it's helped us build a sustainable business to this point. So I think small beginnings like this are quite important. It's great to have that support from the ecosystem to basically help entrepreneurs start some businesses. And for the entrepreneurs out there, I'd like to say COVID has really introduced like a new way of doing things. It's introduced a new way of buying, a new way of marketing, a new way of developing products. And it's interesting the opportunity that it brings. It's a matter of basically identifying this opportunity and these new ways, and you'll be able to disrupt an ecosystem.
Okay, wonderful. We're going to break. I'm going to come back to you, but I think our Zoom might finally be ready. So, Gerald, can you hear me? Are we ready? Can you hear me? I think he's frozen. Okay. I can hear an echo. Okay. So, yeah. I'm going to come back to you, Can you turn that off? I'm hearing the echo, please. I could hear myself twice. I just felt like I'd been cloned for a second. I know. It's something. It's quite something. Imagine cloning me and cloning you. It'd be nice. Okay, so, similarly, that's the same question I have for you. Because, by the way, everybody who supports projects like New Economy Booster, I like what you said. You should be proud of yourself in terms of what this is really able to do. What you said, the spark, well, that's all that's needed. And it really not just helps you keep afloat, it helps to really get in the green, right? Yeah,
Definitely.
a lot of green clearly with you. So, similarly, yes.
Yeah, so I've always had this thought that we need to change our way of looking at things in this part of the world. We need to see different things as a new way of doing things. The fact that what somebody else is doing doesn't conform with the regular way of doing things doesn't mean it's wrong. Imagine going to a Ghanaian investor and saying, I have an idea. I'll create a website. I'm not putting any content on it. I want users to rather come in and put content. I want $100,000 to do it. The typical Ghanaian investor will turn you down, but basically that's what Facebook is. Exactly. He sets up a website. He doesn't put anything on. You come in and put your stuff on, and the whole world is now watching that same platform. So we need to really move out of the usual buying and selling to embrace the new ways of doing things. I have had to go through a long journey, which isn't a bad thing because I really had to learn, and I think I'm hardened thanks to Will. I'm really hardened. Like, well,
You don't know
yeah.
what the CEO of Impact Hub is trying to do behind the scenes, but my
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. So I think I'm very well cooked with experience coming from this long years of doing this. Starting business in this part of the world is extremely hard, really, really hard. One, you need to convince someone to give you some money to start. In my case, I used my fees to start, okay? And after I had validated there was a market for it, even locally, it was still very difficult convincing even banks to appreciate that fact. And people always had this.
You should have spoken to Absa, but go on.
Yeah, people actually thought the fact that they don't use it, my product, they don't use charcoal. I mean, who else does? The fact that they don't use it, they think nobody else uses it. And we've even had people tell us it's poor people that use charcoal. And we've heard worse things like that. And I feel it's really not good for our ecosystem. We need to embrace new things. We need to move away from the old ways of doing things. That's the only way we can really see change happening in our part of the world. I mean, you go to certain banks or certain people and they ask you, do you have an export offtake agreement? It's like we don't even matter. It's like our market doesn't really exist. Why should we even look at the export market? I just gave you a figure of what we are doing in Ghana, in Accra alone. 10,000 bags a day, 5 cities each, do your own math. For Accra alone, it's even below 1% of the demand in Accra. Right? So if Zaco wants to even target 1% of Accra, we should be doing an average of 20, 30,000 bags. Not to even talk of Kumasi, Takrady, and the rest. The export market is there, all right. But if we don't feed ourselves, how do we begin to feed our outsiders? That should be the way out. We've had to go through such a painful journey to get here. COVID affected our operation in a certain way. We've had a bit of a mixed feeling. What really happened was COVID hit when we were actually putting up the new factory. So we had brought in these guys from Europe to set up the plant. We brought in about 11 engineers. They were installing the plant. So the whole plant is worth about 2.5 million USD. That's just for machines. All other things come on, raises the figure. So we're installing and then COVID comes in and we learn the borders are going to be closed. So quickly.
Are the engineers coming yet?
Yeah, they were already in town doing the installation. So they had to quickly do what they could do and then leave. So once they left, the remaining of the work had to be done via Zoom and Facebook and WhatsApp video. Like we had to find our own ways to do so many things. So much as we had challenges with the installation of equipment, in some way, COVID presented us an opportunity, especially with access to raw material, because the whole town was very quiet and we had a lot of time to go feed on all of these dam sites. So by the time the borders or the lockdown was lifted, Accra was clean to some extent thanks to Zaco collecting coconut. Yeah. And we could do all of these things without traffic. We could do all of these things without police on the road worrying us. So we're able to stockpile a lot of coconut in this short period, even before we start collecting new ones on the streets. It also gave us the chance to really understand the machines we were installing because we had to do it on our own. Yeah. And right after the lockdown,
so you basically, sorry.
Yeah, sure. So right after the lockdown, when everything started, I mean, we didn't need any engineer from elsewhere. Our own Ghanaian guys, we now understood the machines, and we could run from A to Z, churn out all these bags. We don't hassle at all.
Via Zoom. That is quite amazing.
Yeah.
So that's great. I mean, I want to have more conversations with you guys, and I think when we begin Money Talks, we need to have the one-on-one because you guys are very fascinating, and thank you for the transparency. And I think it's really like what you really laid out for us is really a good segue into trying to figure out to tell the people what the new economy booster is and how it will help. Based on your stories, you've shown how that spark can help. And so I'm going to introduce man like Nsubi, a very interesting name according to somebody who I'll introduce later, to tell us more about the new economy booster. So guys, yeah, round of applause. Yo, can I see some? Okay, I can only see comments here. Are the comments on the screen as well?
Yeah, a couple of them are there.
Are there some very interesting comments? I want somebody to tell me the most interesting comments that came from that, because there was a lot of quotables I remember, and it should be quite interesting. So are you ready to give us the lowdown?
Yeah.
What's the new economy booster is?
You
can't talk plenty.
I do want to give you the lowdown, but you see, the truth is that what Kone and Amin have spoken about is very interesting. A number of things I've heard: resilience. Look at how Kone built a business that is thriving even during the COVID era. Building local capacity. Look at how we have Amin talking about how people in Ghana are able to function and grow their business in Ghana. So for me, it was just interesting to identify how we can actually take advantage of the new things presented by COVID. For us at Impact Hub, one of the biggest things we have is that we say sometimes new is better. Why do we say that? Because COVID is presenting new opportunities, new ways of doing things, challenging us. And riding on the back of this challenge, we have also introduced what the new economic booster is all about. Yeah. So I just want to throw this out there so that people can understand a little bit more about the new economy booster.
So what can people get? What kind of help are you going to really? So
basically, we have.
Wait, who is the people? Some people are watching this for the first time. So let's talk. Who is the people? Who are we talking about? The entrepreneurs, the startups, or maybe if I'm just selling paints. I mean, what? Who are the people?
Okay.
Who can qualify?
Yes.
For new economic boosting. New economy boosting, sorry.
Before I move on to the people, we need to understand a bit of the context of why the new economy booster is all about. Wonderful. Right? Yeah. Okay. So having noticed the issues we had with COVID, we did a research in the very main areas where we thought, you know what, these areas or these startup or entrepreneurs, once we put in a little bit of funding, a little bit of support, a little bit of coaching, would increase the economy, the size of the economy by a bigger margin. So then we looked at 5 areas that we thought, you know what, these areas are must-dos to change what the economy would look like. We looked at agriculture, we looked at education, tourism and hospitality, we looked at manufacturing, health and agriculture. And having looked at these areas, we also noticed that these were also the areas most affected by COVID. So, partnering with the German government, the BMZ that is, we came about with the new economy booster. And then with GIZ as well, coming in with a lab of tomorrow. Now, the reason why we wanted to switch to Zoom was because we wanted our partners to just let you know and have all the juicy bits about why they are supporting us and why they want to be part of the growth of Ghana's economy. Unfortunately, technical issues are, worrying us, so probably we'll send a statement out. But Gerald, if you're online and if you're watching us, we hope you can join again. If you're unable to join before the program ends, we're definitely going to send out a statement so that everyone would understand the position of the German government in today's ecosystem, today's economic ecosystem. Now, just to delve a bit further into what the new economy booster is about, it's a program to scout and accelerate locally driven solutions. What I mean by locally driven solutions is that we are looking for 250 solutions in Ghana, 250 solutions that we can propel or accelerate to move to the next level. Now, your solution should be such that even if it's at the ideation stage, it should be ready to move to market. So that's the first thing. However, if it's not even at the ideation stage and you already have the startup running, yes, we want you to also apply. Now, what are we doing? We're also building international corporations and partnerships so that we can have these partners invest in these businesses, not just partners in-house, but also partners in the diaspora as well. So that's what we're doing with the New Economy Booster Program. Now, there are 3 systems or 3 tracks for this whole New Economy Booster Program. What we're basically doing is having the track A, which is focused on getting all the 250 applications in. Now, these 250 applications will be assessed by experts in the industry. And based on the assessment, we will whittle down to 50 applications that can move on to the next stage. But you see, for the people who apply, the 250 people or the 200 people, because we've had 50 move on, who applied and think that that's the end of the program, nope, that's not going to be the end of the program. What we're basically doing is that we're building a community for you. A community, an online community where you can share ideas, meet investors, partners, and people who can help with your business and help you grow your business, because it is the assessment that helps us identify that you might not be able to move to the next stage. However, we're ready to give you the support you require to move to the next stage. Now, at the track B level, what we're doing is, of the 50 startups that we have selected, or 50 viable businesses that we have selected, we're going to give them networking opportunities. We're also going to give them online resources so they can, learn more about their business and how the industry functions. And then we're going to bring in industry experts as well to support them grow the business to the next stage, which is an acceleration stage. Now, we're not leaving you there. The 50 applicants would then be whittled down further to 15 applicants. Now, these 15 applicants are, should I say, the Ogboros, if I could put it that way. These 15 applicants are going to get the full package, the full support, which includes getting them partners to invest in their startups, getting them in-depth diagnostic and development plans so that they will know what to do about it, and then we give them some mentoring and coaching as well. Don't forget, we gave them some coaching in the track B system, but then we're going to give them a one-on-one based coaching this time in the track C. We're also going to give them a working space for those who are unable to, or people who do not have office spaces. So we're going to give them places where they can also work from. And we have a lot of space here in Impact Hub where they can function. Now, in terms of timelines, the applications are out already. The beauty about this program is when we were communicating it out there, we put together the link to the application website, which is www.nebghana.com.
Right behind you.
Exactly, www.nebghana.com. When you go to this site or this website, you'll find all you need to know about the application beyond what I'm telling you, right? Now, we opened the applications on the 17th of August, but we're running the applications till the 17th of September. So if you are out there and you have an idea that is moving to market, or you're a startup that needs support because you've been affected by COVID, or you're a startup generally needing some form of support to grow your business or to accelerate to the next stage, this is the program for you. This is the program for you to join. In terms of selection criteria, and back to what M.anifest was asking.
Because we want to get into the meat of the matter, people are out there. I mean, well, fantastic, thanks for the explanation. People are out there, but they really want to know how can we be involved? How can I be down in hip hop terms? So, and it's very important because you have to know whether you qualify so that you can be down.
So basically, in terms of criteria, selection criteria, we're first looking for businesses that support the post-COVID recovery solutions that we are offering. Basically, what I mean by this is we're looking at the industries where we've targeted. If your solution affects the industry that we've targeted, then this program is for you. Also, we expect that you should be at the moving to market or startup stage. What I mean by this is that if you're just at the ideation stage, you should be ready to move to market. You should be ready to go all out into the market to get your people purchasing and all that. But if you're already at the startup stage, then it means what you need is an acceleration. And this is where we're going to give you that acceleration as well. Now, I'll repeat the industries because I'm talking about it again. We're looking at tourism and hospitality. We're looking at agriculture. We're looking at health. We're looking at manufacturing. And we're looking at education. So these are the 5 areas we're looking at. But just to add something to this, the beauty about it is that Impact Hub already has some form of support in terms of investment for the startups that will be joining us. Now, what is beautiful about it is, because Impact Hub has been in existence over these years, we have funds that have been set up to help these startups grow further or accelerate. And that is why we are doing this program right here at Impact Hub. We're rolling it out right here at Impact Hub so that people out there can get the funding they need as well, so that their businesses can grow from where they are now to somewhere where post-COVID would face resilience against anything that will come to us, and we'll be training our own people in Ghana, and we'll be growing the economy all together. So yeah, that's the nutshell about this program. But I know we have people out there who would also say that I don't have an idea, I'm not a startup, but I want to be part of this. So we have something for them as well.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, the beauty about this program is we're not limiting it only to the startups. We're ensuring that with participants out there, we want to run a promotion. If you know 5 startups that you think should be part of this program, then all we want you to do is post it on our on social media, tag us, Impact Hub Accra, and when you tag us, let us know the story about these startups and hashtag it with the new economy booster, hashtag new economy booster. So that's what the program is about. And if you're out there, you want to be part of this, but you don't have a startup idea, yes, this is how you can join as well.
Excellent, excellent. So guys, you know how to do this. I mean, it's a very promising startup ecosystem in Ghana. This is a chance to make sure that even though COVID has come, growth still continues. So look sharp. NEBGhana.com. Me myself, I might go on that website and make some things happen. You know what I mean? I want to grow my business. M.anifest is not big enough. I have to multiply. You know. So now let's get into the socials. Terry and Thelma, are you over there?
We're here.
We want to get into the socials, what people are saying. Let's get to chatting with people. What's up?
Okay.
Okay, Thelma, how's it going? Hello, can you hear me? Can they see us?
Yeah.
Hey, is that you are from afar?
Yeah. Well, from far away, that's why. Auntie Thelma, how are you doing?
I'm good, Terry. How you doing?
Thank God. Yeah, so basically, I think Honorable Peter has said everything specific to what it is that we are doing. So what I'll do is I've just been looking at the socials, and there's a few questions I've noticed that are coming up from socials and also just from my personal network. And I think the one question is to back Honorable M.anifest. So if you don't, hey, Massa, Honorable Peter. So if you don't live in Ghana and you want to support, let's say you came for year of return, or you're just into startups and you live abroad, what can you do? So definitely, as was said, what we're looking for are partnerships across the board. So my role here at Impact Hub, specific to this project, is partnerships. And so what we're doing is looking for people that can help in any way or form. So it doesn't have to be cash or investment. We definitely would like investments. That's still something we're looking for more of. But also in-kind partners. Again, a business doesn't always just need cash. Sometimes it needs just advisors, right? We need people with domain expertise in specific industries that you've heard. So, maybe you're into agriculture or farming at the mechanized level, which is, where Ghana is trying to go. Or maybe you may be into education, right? You're into education technology. You don't live in Ghana, but again, you've been a teacher and you want to help. These are all things that you can reach out to either myself, or again, the website is nebghana.com. And then another question that I saw, just to wrap up, and I'll pass to you, Thelma, is specific to if you are in Ghana. I know you keep hearing investment. You see some big names sponsoring us. We don't know what the investment, the investors will say ticket size. So what's the minimum amount that will be invested? We're still determining that as well. But as Peter has said, definitely apply. We're looking for 250 solutions for these 5 areas that would be helpful. So please apply. And then again, www.nebghana.com, and we'll be able to get you more information as it comes due as to, what it is that you're getting, which is already listed on the website, how much you'll be getting, which we'll be able to determine for you. And then together we can, hopefully grow and rebound after Corona. I think, thankfully, we've run a private sector model that partners with government. So government typically partners with us. So, we don't have to listen to everyone, but we want to do things in the best interest of entrepreneurs. So again, we have 5 key industries that we're focused on. So I beg, if you're not in those industries, or let's say don't apply, just that, we have to give priority to those 5 areas. So if you're into something else that is not on par, please reach out to us. We are an ecosystem. We have partnerships that may not be specific, but we're not into oil and gas or mining. So I beg, if that's your area, this is not the place for you. So, Thelma, anything else you want to add?
Someone is asking on what criteria would they be chosen for the new economic booster. So we have 5 solid criteria. We have impact. So in terms of impact, what is your project doing to support people or to improve the life of people around them? We have scalability. How potential is your business and how can it help improve the lives of people? How is it helping to create new business opportunities? We have feasibility. We are looking at how sustainable and feasible your project is. And then we have team, the commitment of your team to follow through the project. You don't just want to apply and then leave it hanging. You want to apply and then have some committed efforts towards the project. And then someone is also asking how the application stages are going to be. So for the first stage, we have the community building. Here we are choosing 250 startups. These startups are going to have access to our online community, so the Impact Hub Global Connect membership. From these 100 startups, we are going to 50 startups. These 50 startups are going to have 5 hours access to coaching and then online resources from the global community as well. Then from the 50 startups, we are choosing our top 15. The top 15, all the goodies.
Nice one.
All the goodies. You are looking at experts, mentorship. You are looking at business coaching. You are looking at connection to potential investors. As for the online participation, it is there for you. So these are the benefits of being part of the program.
But because it's global in nature, doesn't mean we can give you visa. That one there. We just have to know. We have to let people know. Know. But through, of course, relationships, there's opportunities, to network and experience different opportunities outside as well. So don't apply just because you think you get visa, or to your point, you get the money and then you don't follow through, because that's not the type of game we're playing here. We really want to, ultimately just grow and rebound the economy. So as everyone has said, if you feel that you are aligned with what it is that we're looking to do, definitely apply, and we'll reply to you and just give you more information about the new economic boost, because sometimes they say new is better.
New is better. Yeah.
A lot of tap, you see. Amen. That's So that's all part of it. Even I think we have future conversations coming up in the creative space around culture as well. So stay tuned, and I think we'll be really happy with the progress.
Yep.
Still on us?
Okay, so we good? We good? A round of applause. I mean, I know we are not that many here, but come on, applause. Nice. Yeah. So, I'm sure you can hear me and you can see a poster. Listen, I don't want to do too much, but you're going to hear this from me. I'm not trying to hype, I'm not trying to gas or hype. But honestly, usually when I hear somebody, you guys can hear me, right? You can hear me? I'm good? Usually when it comes to the thing that I know, which is music, when I hear people, I know from the first 5-10 seconds whether this is out of the world or not. This person that is coming, if you have not heard of Get Familiar, not trying to put pressure on you, Molly. Don't worry. Free yourself. But she's called Molly. Spell it M-O-L-I-Y.
M-O-L-I-Y.
Exactly. And she's about to do music. And trust me. I'm going to shut up and let Molly. Can you give us a tune?
To vibe. Oh, maybe stay out all night. Honey, 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 honey. Got me feeling like. Tell me what they are mine. You're rocking, but I cannot look away. Do you believe in true love in a day? Ooh, yeah. I'm not on my way. To stay, I'm gonna come my way. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna come my way. I'm gonna come to stay. I'm gonna come my way. I'm gonna come my way. Baby, making us stay away. Me, I can't take it. I can't take it. I won't take it, Nana. You need to be right here with me, right by my side. Yeah, we could be alright. Cause I can't take it, I won't take it, Nana. Where you wanna go, where you go, I'll go. Baby, where you go, I'll go. Where you wanna go, where you go, I'll go. Baby, where you go, I'll go. Where you wanna go, where you go, I'll go. Baby, where you go, I'll go. Where you wanna go, where you go, I'll go. Baby, where you go, I'll go. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna come my way. I'm gonna come to stay. I'm gonna come my way. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna come my way. I'm gonna come to stay. I'm gonna come my way. On my way. On my way. On my way. On my way. Would you on my way?
Okay, that's it. That's on my way, guys. No cap. No cap. For sure. Thank you.
You do a couple of things during lockdown. I was with Aben. You'd come through to the crib. Okay, so we are back. So it's what we are seeing. Well, excellent. Anyways, it's been good, guys. I've seen a lot of comments on YouTube about is there going to be a creative incubator as well. Well, we'll find out. But it's great to see people like Molly, because I think that's what we need to be invested in the future of what Ghanaian music and arts is going to be. So definitely we'll be having more conversations about that. So at this point, I think it's important now that we've spoken about, you know, the stories that Amin and Desmond gave to us and what New Economy Booster is going to do. Then we are talking about money. So it's important that we get into the money people, my money people, you know. Or I should be looking into that camera, not here. You should tell me, or feel free. If you don't tell me, I'm not a TV presenter. It's not going to happen. But so we have somebody from APSA. As you guys know, Money Talks has been also had credibility and gravitas because it's come as a result of my brand ambassadorship with APSA, which I'm very privileged and honored to have. And we started doing great things. And one of the things that happened for the startup economy was that APSA even launched startup banking It's been 2 months now? Yeah. Exactly. So I have the lady that we like to call Amazing Grace. This is Grace Iniviwa to come and give us, number one, what ABSA is also doing to help with the startup economy. Some of these people who are going to be applying for the new economy booster are going to absolutely benefit from some of the advantages that ABSA is trying to provide for startups. So we want to know that, and also what you think of all of this thing that is going on, and what do you think is our way forward? What should we be doing?
So thank you, Manifest. It's a pleasure
Thank you.
to meet you as always, and a pleasure to be here with Impact Hub, Nelson and the crew. Well done. This is an amazing initiative, and it's a fantastic time to really have these interventions to support the startup ecosystem. I believe we've made some gains over the last decade, and to see COVID threatening it is not exactly exciting. So interventions like the new economy booster definitely make a world of difference in the life of a lot of entrepreneurs. It gives hope. Now, from ABSA Bank, what we're doing, because the startup economy needs a helping hand, so what we're doing is providing free banking. We are also providing mentorship. Under the mentorship stream, you've got coaching from professionals in your area of industry.
That's important.
Yes, experienced people who can actually support your journey of growth. We are also providing some free marketing or advertising support.
Are you serious?
Yes, so for startups well, I'm telling you. Yeah, so for startups that grow and show, a lot of promise, we actually provide bank support or marketing support to you as well. Now, this is for the startup economy, right? But we do recognize that also some startups, accelerate faster.
Yeah.
And so we've got solutions that support entities that have grown and shown the robustness and capability to actually take bank lending. We have unsecured lending, where we do not take collateral, up to 500,000 Ghana cedis.
Please say that again.
No collateral.
Up to 500,000.
Yes, 500,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay. You know where your next loan is coming from, obviously.
Let me say that as much as I'm a banker and I'd love to make money off you, it's important that you're ready to handle bank financing.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm excited about this intervention, from Impact Hub. Together, we will work to support Ghanaian SMEs. I believe it's time for us to really support our own. We do very well in trading. It's time we got into manufacturing. It's time we got into technology, innovations, and social enterprises. And let's build our own. I believe it's time for a social call, where we're calling on Ghanaians and we're calling on corporates. Support local initiatives. Support local businesses. That's how we can make this country great. That's how our economy can be sustainable.
I don't know, I'm stunned. We stunned me to silence. Did you learn a course called Pithy?
I am very passionate about Ghanaian businesses, let me tell you. My personal vision is to see them grow transgenerational. So Sule, for example, when Sule is tired and decides to take a break, his business should continue to thrive. When Mr. Kony decides he wants to go on holiday, he shouldn't be worried that his business will collapse by the time he returns. And I think that's what the startup template really does for us in this country and brings a difference, because there are structures and processes that you go through to build sustainability in your business.
That's absolutely amazing. And I want to thank you and ABSA. I couldn't be more proud. And this is another bragging rights for me in terms of that, seriously, ABSA being at the forefront and really trying to help that startup economy. It's something I've been passionate about for a while, and so this is like the merger or the convergence of the best of the worlds. So final words before you go. I really like, I'm going to put it as a slogan, what you said, so what did she say? Support what? No, I need to hear it. What? Support your okay, it's a bumper sticker. I'm going to put your name small there. Amazing Grace.
Thank you.
But final words before you go.
So final words, this is an exciting initiative. And I think if you have a great idea or a business, sign up for it, be a part of it and help your business to grow and scale.
Sign up for
And join Absa Bank.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
Because you get free banking
Yes.
as a startup. Exactly.
Yes,
So then
precisely.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
And, looking forward to us doing a Money Talks together. I've already told you, now I'm putting you on the spot on camera so you cannot deny me. Because I think there also needs to be a demystification of how to go about financially with your business from the beginning to later on. Because a lot of people, whenever we're doing the Money Talks, are asking so many different questions about, oh, but can you do this bank, this? And it's so random, but it's like we need to know the layers of how to handle finances from beginning. From when he was talking to the woman, the coconut, from that stage of the business to when he has the factory. We need to have a demystification of the best practices and how to engage with Absa. Because yes, that's the only bank we're engaging with.
Absolutely,
so thank you so much. Yeah.
My pleasure.
Okay, guys. Listen, I mean, today has been a new experience for me. I've never done this thing before. It's way too sophisticated for me. Well, if you call me to do this again, I'll say put the phone in front of me and stop all this sophistication. But thank you to everybody who's watched. I think we're going to put this up on YouTube and other places. I'll put it up on my profile as well so that you can check it out because there's food for thought. You know what I wanted to do? Don't you have like a microphone? I would have wanted to just wrap up with my creative friends, but it's fine, it's okay. But guys, thank you so much. This has been Money Talks, a special edition. We won't be able to hear the music, unfortunately. In partnership with Impact Hub, New Economy Booster launch. Yeah, Charlie, always doing something. We have to always keep forging ahead in doing things that will help more than just ourselves and our pockets and etc. We have to help systems that, as Amazing Grace said, are going to go beyond this generation. Here's an opportunity. Take it. Take it. Take the opportunity. New Economy Booster, nebghana.com. Take the opportunity. I don't want to come to Twitter and then somebody says, oh, COVID has hit, we're having trouble. Herein lies an opportunity. I've been talking with so many guests on Money Talks for a while. You guys have been asking for solutions. Thank you, Impact Hub. Here's the solution. Guys, go for it. Go for it. I can't wait till next year. We can talk. I can speak to people on Money Talks who tell me their success stories from being part of this New Economy Booster. So that's what I have to say for now. Thank you, everybody who was involved here too, behind the scenes. Make noise for yourselves, etc. Including the guy who wants my Instagram account so he can get into my DMs. He should be careful. But thank you, Impact Hub. Thank you, Absa. Thank you, and big up to everybody who's funded this to make it happen. I think we really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to hear the stories of success. So here's me signing off as a rapper, not knowing how to do this because I did watch TV. Hey, Umaru Sandu, where are you? Umaru, where are you, Charlie? This is me trying to take your spot. But big up. So, au revoir, bye-bye. Yeah, wherever you are, big up. Oh, Charlie, round of applause. Flow me fans.
Shoot my shot, yo, Joe. So, Joro, baby, take my number. Take my number. You know you can call me later.